Well, it finally came in. The 1/72nd Jasmine Valkyrie model. Now, I'm not the first guy on YouTube to look over this model, but I aim to be the one that gives you the best quality view of the model if you choose to buy it. I bought this model off the Jasmine website, which if you're looking online to purchase this model, you're going to find the best price on the Jasmine website, which has some of their models on site, but they're about $10 to $15 more expensive. So if you just want to buy at a cheaper price, actually just go to their website. I'll post a link in the thing below. But with that, let's get started. So here's the box. It's pretty much a very small box for a 1/72nd scale model, but then again, this is a photo etch model, so the pieces aren't 3D molded like a plastic model would be. So let's take a look and see what's inside. So out of the box we have, it's like the instruction manual with the parts frets. That looks real lovely. And we'll set that to the side right there. Next we seem to have a little separator and a space with all the pop metal pieces. So yeah, I'll put that back down there. Yeah, people online are usually confused as, are these resin or what are they? It's pot metal. Pot metal is a term for pretty much just cheap die-cast metal. It's usually like zinc and lead and pewter and all that stuff. So, but doesn't mean that the parts themselves are bad. It's just the material they're made out of. But the casting on them seems real clean. I'll see if we can go into this and look at these in a bit. So. Now let's actually take a look at the kit itself. So, I apologize for the weird angles on the camera and the sound of my voice if I'm sounding too close to the camera. It's really hard to film and do stuff, but any YouTuber will tell you that. So, here we go. We take the plastic sleeve off. Don't want to pull the film off yet. So there we go. Okay, so the parts are photo etched steel, and they're covered in a thin film to protect the pieces. So that's really nice. If you saw my last video on the Horton 229, then you pretty much it's the same deal all over again. But if you haven't seen that video and you're new, just going to go over it again. So like I said, all the frets are film cover to protect the pieces from falling out. They have details etched into them, and all are clearly numbered. The total model has 3 frets, and I believe it has 152 total pieces, which is deceptive because of the way the parts are actually made. It looks like it has a bajillion. But that's the beauty of photo etching pieces. You get complexity with simplicity. Here's the assembly guide. Now, I did the last model of theirs, the Horton 229, and I did find that for being a Chinese company, their English is really, really good. There's a few little offs, but for the most part, nothing that will ever actually get you hung up. Most of the model is done with photographs. They explain how to bin parts, where they go. If you're having a hard time with a smaller piece, they'll give you a inflated view and show you more clearly in detail of where it's supposed to go. And everything's done in sections. Fuselage, nose, wing and tail. So this is just pretty much my general overview of the model. And that's pretty much it. Now, for those of you who are anime nerds like me, and are old, like me, your first exposure to anime, at least here in the United States, probably was Robotech or Gundam. I know there's people out there screaming, "It's Macross!" but Harmony Gold had the rights to it, so here in the United States, Macross was called Robotech. Long story, a lot of litigation involved in it. You can look it up online, you'll get the gist of it. But looking at these casted pieces, the castings are very clear on the engine pieces. This is where the exhaust for the engine is. The seat is really good, almost on a par with the Asagawa kits from the early 2000s. Wheel assemblies, pretty much the same. Almost like they used the same mold for the Asagawa kits, which makes sense because Jasmine also makes photo etch enhancement pieces for those kits, so they would have access to the models. Part of me is thinking if I should paint the engine somewhat before I assemble it, or should I just put them in like this. I think I'll do it like this for now. Yeah, they're pretty and on. I think it'll just distract from the overall steel appearance of the frame. So that's the model right there. Little Nakajima thermonuclear engines. Well, I hope you enjoyed a view of this model and its pieces. Remember, click like if you like this. Help me out with the YouTube algorithms before they screw everybody up and kill us all. And also, like if you, and don't forget to subscribe. Exactly. You might want to subscribe. I might put the button maybe right here. Or over here. Well, it'll be right. At least right here. Alright. Have a good day. Later. Oh, sorry. Bye.